So this is the app that will be used by the employees, and they have their employee ID and their employee password, which to my testing is this one, employee one at 123. That's the username. Then then when I log in, it gives me my attendance, date, time, and status if I've logged in as attendant. So once I get into work, I should sign in attendance, and that's at 8 a.m. when I sign in at work. Then I sign that I've attended work. Then I can check in and check out at different places as I work. Then I can view the list of places that I've checked in and check out. Then in a case where I have to use transport that is funded by the company, then I can check in and check out, and then this transportation can actually be calculated by kilometers as I move around town. Then I can apply for a leave. I can add new customers. I can make an order for a customer. I can view my tasks here. I view my holidays here. I can upload documents, and then I can view my history for transportation. And minimize is more like leaving the app while it's still running. Say, for instance, I need to go to my WhatsApp while I'm in OK as an agent. Then I can just minimize and then start doing my WhatsApp thing while the app is still recording me as I'm logged in. It's still tracking my information and all this. So let's just get this started. I then go into attendance. Then it picks my location. So one thing about this location, unlike other maps, this location cannot be manipulated. Like if I move, the the arrow is not moving even no matter how much places I select. It's just selecting the place where exactly where I'm at. Then I mark attendance here. So now that I've marked attendance, when you look on date and time right here at the top, it's showing my date and the time that I logged in and my status that I'm currently logged in. So next I have to check in into a shop. Now that I'm logged in at work, I'm starting working. You can know where I started my work at. So this can be a check-in that I can do the moment I get into, say I'm working in an area that's in town. Then as soon as I get at charge office in town in Harare, then I check in. Then you now know this person is in town at this time. So even though he or she might not have the obligation to visit the office, they can just check in as soon as they get in town. Then you can get information about that. Then now I get into town and I get into a shop. Said okay, I select check in. Then I select a customer here, which can be okay. Oh, I didn't sync it myself. Okay, so let's say this is okay. Then I select a type. This is a visit. Then I check in. So this has checked me in, and finally okay. Then now that I've checked in, you see if I open, I'm now checked in. I cannot check out. And I close it. Then after when I've checked out, there will be check-in list, the list of all places that I've checked in that day. Then transportation, if I'm moving from place A to place B. Then now I'm going to the tasks. So if I go on task, this will be my task. I'll view my calendar here. Then it'll show me my dates. Okay. Oh, by the way, I'm using Huawei, so most of the Google functionalities do not show up. So this is task 1 and task 2. Then I just open a task and then mark it as done or not as done. Then I can write description that I've done it or what I will write it. So this can be a task like any. So once a task is once I'm done with the task and I mark it as done, it disappears from my to-do list. So say for task 2, I've finished task 2 and then I did it, then I close it, then it completely vanishes from my to-do list. That's it with tasks. So every merchandiser has a shop that is assigned to and task that is assigned to do, and this task can be recurring, such that if someone is given tasks to go and check if the shelves with Den Daily products or the fridges with Den Daily products are full, then this can be on their task. Once they go, they check and then they write their feedback. This feedback which they are writing right here can actually be so say for instance I've been assigned to go to OK and then check if the fridges are full with Dairy products. If I am supposed to take a picture of the fridges, then of the shelves, then I just go on on the paper clip that's there. Then I select a picture. If I've already taken a picture of it, then I upload the picture. Then I took it. Okay, let me. This is the picture that I'll then upload. Then I'll upload it. Then it's now uploading. And as soon as it gets done with uploading, okay, this internet is a bit slow. Okay, so I can mark a picture, select a picture, and then upload a picture here. Then to mark a task is done, so I can do the task, take pictures of it, and then upload them here. If it's done, then I mark it as done, then I write my description, then I submit, then the task is closed. So that's it when it comes to tasks. So any employee can be assigned task and then can report task as done or not. If a customer is in need of new stuff, then I can just go here, then select a customer here, say okay Victoria Falls, what do they want? They want silver spoons. How many spoons do they want? 2000. Add to cart. If there are more and more products that they want, then I can add, then I'll confirm order. So once it's confirmed order at the backend, this is a demo, so at the backend this order will be then viewed. I'll show a demo of the backend of it with the orders that we have requested. So leave forms, if I want to be excused from work for any other reason, then I can select a leave type from date to which date, then describe, then send it through, then it will be approved or disapproved. So if I'm assigned to a new customer, to a new shop that I'm assigned to, either an administrator can assign that shop to me, or I can just pick it up from here. Then so this also can be used by the employees to like let the company know of a potential customer. So say I'm working for the company, and then I discover a new shop that might use our products. Then I just go there, then I get their details, then I add all their details here. So the people at the admin of the company will then find all this information and then contact the company that can be a potential client for our products. Then task list, I've done that. Holiday, I've done that. Then if there are any miscellaneous documents or anything that will be needed from the company, I can then upload just from here. Then so that's it when it comes to this. Then as I said about transportation, if we're paying people for transport, then when they get into a car or when I start moving, and just say transport, if I mark transport, it has started tracking my transport, and when I've arrived at the place where I'm going, I can stop tracking my transport. So now my transport has been tracked. If I go to transport history, it shows me, okay, this is track number 1, track number 2. This one started at 1627 and ended in 1627. I covered this many kilometers. So if I open it, then it shows me on a map where I've worked, where I've walked, and all that. So this is what I have, and I think this is all when it comes to the user. If I'm logged in like this, as you can see, my name, check-in, check-out details, I'm still checked in. I checked in at 1622, and right now it's 1628, and the distance that I've walked, I can view it from here. Then if now I'm done, I can now leave, say I'm now checking out of OK. I check out of OK. Now I'm out of OK. Now I go to the next job, which can be Bon Marché. Then I get a Bon Marché. I select Bon Marché as a client. Then I visit again. Then I do it. If I'm visiting for an order, there are many types of visit that can be scheduled, but all this work that I'm doing here will be tracked by the office at the back office. And if I go on my check-in check-out list, now I can view, okay, it hasn't been approved by the admin yet. So once it's approved by the admin, then I'll show up here, and then I'll show a list of all my histories. Then if my day is done, then I go to attendance, and then I can close attendance from here. My map section. Okay, this uses Google Maps and I'm using Huawei, so we have a bit of a problem with location from Huawei. So since I don't use Google, okay. I'm checked in. Then I can say for instance I'm checked in right here, right? It's actually logging out and I'm not logging in. Okay. Say for instance I'm checked in here, I can then just go to log out and the app gets closed. Okay, so this is the admin dashboard. It shows statistics today's attendance, today's check-ins, today's checkouts, and leave requests that we have obtained from our employees. Then the leads that came from the employees, visits that were done today, and the types of visits that were there, pipeline orders, total orders, these are not just totals, meetings, customer approvals, and order requests, and stock alarms. So stock alarm is when the stocks are going low, you get a stock alarm to say customer so and so stocks are going low and they need to be topped up. So we can also have monthly targets which can actually help us to quantify our progress in that month. How many new customers do we want, how many sales, how many leads, and all that. Then this on the left panel, it's a timeline which shows recent activities of the employees as they check in and check out into the system. Then we have chart representation. Then we also have the check-ins and check-outs of employees, like what time did they check in and what time did they check out, and their location on the map right here. So if say for instance I view this person, it shows me exactly where he last checked in at, which is exactly my location where I was at when I checked in on my phone right here. And now going back to the top of the dashboard, I can just shortcut click on attendance, and then let me log it in slow. So when it comes to attendance, there is this employee who logged in at this time and then logged out at this time. So now I can exactly check where he was at and at what time he was at. If I click on view, then this is him, man. This is the employee and the place where he was at that time. And even if he's logged in, his status will just be green, and right now he's logged out. He logged out at 20 past, then his status is red. So let's so this is employee number 1 who is currently in Victoria Falls, and if we view him right now, he was last seen at 36 past and he's still there at work. So this is his current location and he's logged in. And then from here we can just select Prem and choose which date to what date we want to see his records, if this person was actually going to work or not. We can then export that data as either a PDF or as an Excel, and this is a table with his attendance, check-in time and check-out time, and where he was. So this is more of what the document would then look like when it comes to employee attendance. Do you want to open it anyway? Yes. So this is the employee ID, attendance on this date, check-in time, check-out time, and this can be used as reports to where the person was, and this can be a live report. Then we also can do employee check-ins, which would be showing the shops which they attended on that day. So for instance, for this employee that we've created, Prim, so we're going to show the shops that he did check-in at. Okay, so for Prem on 4 September we can view all your stuff here. Submit. So we now see that this person logged in at this shop and also at this shop, and this shows the location and the times that the person was logged in at these shops. I was logged in here and I was logged in here, so those are the places where I was and where I logged in. This can actually help you view where the person logged in this day and where they did not log in on this particular day. So you can actually track employees where they have been and if they have been there every day or not. So, and this tracking can also be done by branch and everything. So every employee, if you select this branch, it will only show you employees at that branch. If you select a particular place, it will only show you people at that particular place. So now you can actually manage employees that can be maybe say in Bulawayo when you are in Harare or Kwekwe. Then you can also just have a report of just check-ins and one for just checkouts. For instance, if I select the same employee that we have, these are his check-ins and the other one is just for checkout. Then we can also do employee activity. On employee activity we have a bunch of stuff like pertaining to the employee that they can do within the app. So here we can select employee number 1 on this day. We'll find his activity, where did he check in, when did he check out, and yeah, so this is more of its pipeline, how many orders did he do and all that the information comes in from here. Then employee to customer, this is now relational report, which is relating how an employee related to a particular customer. Say for instance we select this person and then it shows us that okay, this person is assigned to which customer, If I'm only assigned to OK Braeside, OK Belgravia and OK Avondale, then you can just assign me to that. When I select a company to log in, those are the only companies that are going to show up. And you can also assign me to a particular product, to say I'm a merchandiser for say cheese only. Then if I'm a merchandiser for cheese only, I can make only products pertaining to that thing that I'm assigned to. Then yeah, so those are the relation that the employee has. And say for instance we have a new employee who's replacing an old employee, or an employee who've moved to a new area, we can just say we now want to replace this person and replace him with this person, and if we submit, all the data that was done by this person will be taken and then assigned to this person. So this is how it works. Then this is rather an employee list with everyone, all employees, enabled and disabled. You can actually disable accounts and all for the employees from here. Then we have login management, where we change the password for the employees, disable accounts and all that. So this is what we have when it comes to employee relations and many more. Then meeting requests, documents that have been uploaded by the employees. Then we also have transportation and transportation expenses. So I'd go to transport route because it kind of shows like the map for the employee, aligned map where a person moved from and to where and where and to where is he claiming his funds. Say for instance he's claiming reimbursements for the transport that he used to carry out work. This can be used to see if really the person actually did such. Route map. Okay, expenses. Okay, I think my internet is a bit slow, but I'll try to do a route map. And those are just settings. Set for instance you pay a customer maybe 50 cents for every kilometer covered, or maybe 10 cents for every kilometer covered. This will help calculate charges of money that is compensation for the transport that they do. Then customer type, customer list. Then we have calendars, and on the calendar, that is where we create a task. Like say for instance if I go on the calendar and then I create a task, select all branches, Then I select all employees if I'm writing to all employees, one employee if I'm writing to one employee. Then go to a date, then I write the person a task, and this task can be repeated monthly, weekly, based on their frequency. Say for instance, someone is just supposed to go to on Monday, Wednesday and Friday. We can create a particular task for that person to just do on those specific days only. So that's it when it comes to calendar. And then we have reports for employee check-ins, customer check-ins, leave reports, customer reports, visit reports, and others. And those are just sample reports that will be generated based on our filter criteria. Say employee, I want reports of all the work that employee 1 did to this company from this date to this date. If I go there, then we have the relation between the reports and this, and if we add it, then we'll see when was the check-in time, when was the checkout time. This is the last checkout that I did not check out, and to this system I'm still in the shop. Yes, I'm actually still in the shop, so let me check out and reload. Okay, let me reload this page now that I've checked out. So now I'm relating to shop, was it to ABC. So now I'm out of the shop and I've checked in, checked out, time different, in and out. So you can actually check out someone if he's not in the shop and view where he was when he checked in, where he was when he checked out. All that information is obtainable from the system. Then what else? Customer reports. If we go on customer reports, these reports probably contain all customer details. This is something that we can just export. Say we now want customer, we want to say a detailed data sheet of all clients that we have and their addresses and contact address. Maybe we want to use it for mail merging or mass mailing or anything. We can just export that data as an Excel, or just print that data, which can now be used to say mail merge, where we can extract an email address or a website or a phone number and then just email all of them. Then visit report, this is a relation between a customer and the employee with information on when that particular shop was visited, or when the job that they required was done, when an order for them was made. So for instance, if I select the first employee that we have, employee Prim, where's Prim? And I've selected a customer of his, and then I just want to see his visits to that shop from date A to date B. Submit. So now it shows me the client name and then the employee name who visited and on that date. Then I see when he went to that shop, and if I do change to say I want his visit to John Doe, then I go here, tells me when he was checking in, when he checked in and when he checked out, and what date was it, what type of a visit it was, and all that. That's it when it comes to visit reports. So from this we have the ability to track our employees, where they are, what they are doing, and they have the ability to send us feedback like photos of what's happening at the shops that they are at, and they can also send us information like orders. They can make an order to fill up empty shelves at the shops that they are opening, that they are working at, So that being said, now the tracking part, I think we have a lot to explore when it comes to tracking. Then employees, we actually have information to, we actually have a chance to actually view their battery statuses as long as they are logged in and available on the platform. You can actually know whose battery is running low and whose battery is not running low. So now if you know whose battery is running low, we're able to see who actually turned off their phone as a way of running away from work, and also at the same time we actually have a way of so I logged in multiple times, and right now my battery is 13%, which means probably at 21 past 4 my battery was 16%, at 4:36 my battery was 14%, and at 4:52 my battery is 13%, which means this battery data is actually very accurate. So we now know the battery status of our employees' phones. Then now the last part, which is product type, product name, and product, I would say less about this. You can actually just add products, just as simple as adding products. Then field visit, this is client management, visit request. So a client can also request to be visited on his premises, and if these are smaller clients that do not require us to actually be going to visit them anyway, we can actually just log in them as they request. Say for instance, they are the ones that request us to visit their premises and replenish their products, their stocks. So they have to request. They just set a date on when they want us to visit them, or we can actually request them to say, oh, we want to visit your shop, and then just view our shelves with our products. Then we schedule a visit with them, and then if they want, they can log in on the same portal. It is client access. Then on the same portal they have access to accept or decline the visit. So we select our field officers who is going, so prim again, then which client is being visited, and all customer number, bulk imports. So these are the client details, who's visiting, who's been visited, batch number, customer number, all the details about the order that we're sending. Then we visit the place and actually do our job as assigned to the tasks. So I think one thing that I had showcased is the order management. So I'm just going to quickly dash back to orders.